Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. It is Saturday, January 9th. Today is my son Blue's birthday. We'll be celebrating his birthday today. My wife and I picked up my twin sister, Judy, and my brother Ronnie and his girlfriend Joanne last night from the airport. They're going to be staying here to visit with my brother Leo, who only has a few months to live. Tomorrow, Leo will be coming over to our house to stay with us so we can take care of him. A lot going on. So good morning, Marcy. Good morning, John. Morning, Roz. We're in Matthew chapter 5, verses 33 through 37. So let me read them. It says, "Again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago," this is Jesus talking, "do not break your oath, but keep the oaths you have made to the Lord. But I tell you, do not swear at all, either by heaven or by earth. For it is not either by heaven, for it is God's throne, or by earth, for it's his footstool, or by Jerusalem, for it is the city of the great king. And do not swear by your head, for you cannot even make one hair white or black. Simply let your yes be yes, and your no, no. Anything beyond this comes from the evil one." Now, remember we were talking about Jesus is going, this is his Sermon on the Mount, his first message sermon, and he keeps talking about, you've heard it said, referring back to the old law. Let me just go over them again. In verse 21, he says, "You've heard it said, do not commit murder." In verse 27, you've heard it said not to commit adultery. In 31, you've heard it said not to divorce. And then today's now, not to make an oath. And then 38, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And then in 43, you've heard it said to love your neighbor. He keeps going back to the law about you've heard it said, but now I'm expanding on it. I'm expounding on it. So here he tells us not to take an oath. Now, an oath is simply described as a solemn calling on God to witness that you're telling the truth. Just like if you were to be a witness in a trial. I don't know if they do it anymore, but you used to have to put your hand on a Bible, and they'd say, "Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?" And then you would respond, yes. You are making an oath. You're making an oath promising that you're going to tell the truth. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Brenda. Oh, good morning, Brenda. So I don't know if they still do that anymore, but that's what they used to do. Let me just read about a little bit of this in Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy 23, verses 21 through 23 says, an oath is kind of like a vow. It says, "When you make a vow to the Lord your God, do not be slow to pay it, for the Lord your God will certainly demand it of you, and you will be guilty of sin. But if you refrain from making a vow, you will not be guilty." So God is saying here, make sure that you go through on your vow. Whenever your lips utter, you must make sure to do, because you made your vow freely to the Lord your God with your own mouth. So he says, make sure that you do what you promised to God. Make sure you fulfill it. If you don't fulfill it, you've sinned. It would be like the vows that you make when you get married. You make vows, promises to your spouse. That God is saying, make sure that you follow through on those promises. Numbers 5:19 through 23 tells us this. A little bit more about an oath now. Listen to this. "Then the priest shall put the woman under oath and say to her, 'If no other man has slept with you, and you have not gone astray and become impure while married to your husband, may this bitter water that brings a curse not harm you.'" She's making an oath that she didn't cheat on her husband. So they're giving her bitter water, and if it doesn't harm her, then she's telling the truth. But if you have gone astray while married to your husband, and you have defiled yourself by sleeping with a man other than your husband, here the priest is to put the woman under this curse of the oath. May the Lord cause your people to curse and denounce you when he causes your thigh to waste away and your abdomen to swell. May this water that brings a curse Empty your body so that your abdomen swells and your thighs waste away. Then the woman is to say, Amen, so be it. It's like, wow. Wow. How would you like it if it was that way today? How would you like it if you went to a court and they gave you a poison that if you told the truth it wouldn't harm you, but if you lied it would practically kill you. Oaths were very, it was very serious. It was very serious to make an oath. Now here we are today, and Jesus is telling us not to take oaths. Don't take those oaths. Simply tell the truth. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. How many times have you heard someone talking to you and they start out by saying, honestly, I'm telling you the truth now. It's like saying, I don't always tell the truth, but this time I'm telling the truth. It's literally having integrity with people. That having integrity where people know that you speak the truth. That when you talk, you're telling the truth. You're not known as someone who lies a lot. Good morning, Will. Is that you? Is that you? Do you have integrity? Do people know that when you say something to them that it's the truth, or do they a lot of times doubt what you're saying? Do you need to literally take an oath in order to tell the truth? Because that's kind of what it is when you're saying, trust me, I swear under God, I swear to God that I'm telling the truth. How many times have you heard that? That's literally making an oath. Listen here in John chapter 8, verse 44, where Jesus again says, you belong to your father, the devil. He's talking now to the Pharisees. You belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desire. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native tongue, for he is a liar and the father of lies. So when you choose to lie, it's Jesus is literally saying, you're just like your father, the devil. Wow. Wow. That's strong language. In Proverbs 12:22 says this, the Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are truthful. You hear that? Good morning, Michael. The Lord detests lying lips. Now, detest means another hatred for it. It's kind of like if someone tried to get you to eat a food you don't like, and you go, oh, I detest that. Ugh, there's no way I can eat that. It's like the Lord, it's like you telling a lie, and the Lord just turning and says, oh, I can't listen to that. I can't listen to that. He detests lies, but it says, but he delights in the truth. Now, that's like you eating something, and it's like that you really like. You put a taste in your mouth, you go, oh, this is so good. This is so good. That's God when we tell the truth. Will, I appreciate you so much. Michael, I appreciate you so much. Brenda, appreciate you so much when you tell the truth. So, lying is serious to God. Telling the truth is serious to God. An oath today would be like us having to convince the person that we're telling the truth this time. Don't ever get to the point where you have to do that, where people don't trust you enough, and you have to, when you do tell them something, that you have to preface it with, seriously, I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you the truth. That you lose your integrity. You lose your integrity. Jesus said, just let your yes be yes and your no be no. Simply tell the truth. Don't you wish that was true with with people that are over us? Don't you wish that was true with the leaders in your church? Don't you wish that was true with the leaders in government? Don't you wish that every time they spoke, you knew that they were telling the truth? Would that be great? Well, we can't change them, but we can change us. Simply tell the truth that pleases God. Thank you for joining this morning. I pray God spoke to you. I appreciate those of you that share these videos. They go out to more and more people. More people reach with the good news. Tomorrow morning will be our Sunday will be our collision message at 10 o'clock, and then the children at 11 o'clock. And for those of you that follow these daily devotions, I'll see you next Monday again at 8 o'clock. Thank you, Marcy. I will have a blessed time with my family. I sure will. God bless you all. Have a great weekend. I hope to see many of you tomorrow. Remember, share this if it meant something to you. God bless you.